Tommy, what do you learn about these guys, Hershey Bears, and about this upcoming game here? Obviously, two solid teams at the top of their division.
Well, we played them a few weeks ago. Very solid team, pretty physical, like to move the puck and fly up the zone. They'll be hunting with pressure, so we got to be prepared for it. Be crisp on our passes and our systems.
They were looking for a lot of pace in practice, it seemed like, here today. Is that something you guys are focusing on?
Yeah, I think that's an identity that we have to our team is we want to play fast, and in order to do that, we have to do that in practice. So today was a big emphasis on moving our feet, moving quickly with the puck, and executing.
It's always good to face a little adversity, say the folks who aren't currently facing adversity. How are you guys dealing with it right now?
Kind of try to get back to the way that we had earlier in the season, what made us successful. Kind of look back and go back into the little things, right? Making a crisp pass, being in our spots, following our systems. That way, where people are, we're on the same page, and it's just fluid. So we're working on that in practice and trying to get back to it.
It might not be the right time to have it, but at the same time, it kind of is because you're right at the playoffs. How much can this help you guys when you get right into the playoffs?
I think it can be a good time. We can look back and kind of go to our foundation, what made us successful, and going back to that, nitpicking that, being super strict on how we play, that can build momentum going into the playoffs and hopefully playing playoff hockey here soon.
Alex, a lot of people say adversity is a good thing. I think it's the people who probably aren't going through it currently. How difficult has it been for you guys through this last patch of 5 games?
Yeah, it's been tough. I mean, we've definitely had a great season up until this point, and with that has been a ton of wins and not as many losses. So to have 5 in a row, I can speak for myself. I definitely feel it. I hate losing. It's the worst. It's so much more fun to come to the rink when you're winning. So I think we gotta come together here, and because we really haven't had a ton of adversity this year. Not to say we haven't had any, but this is, I'd say, definitely our most adverse situation. So we got to find out, how we are together, how we can, find a way to get back on track. I think we've got some troops getting healthy. It's going to help us, and then also, the guys who are healthy or have been healthy. Just got to find a way. I think it's good to go through this stuff. Makes you stronger if you're going to end up being something as a team. I think you need stuff like this. So you got to find positives, but you can't just let those losses keep stacking up. You got to be desperate and hungry to claw your way out as a team.
Good reminder that you just bring it up. You have 40 wins this season. A good reminder that this is a good hockey club.
Yeah, we've won a lot of hockey games, and for a while there, I think we were just expecting to win every game without even thinking about it. And now we've got to find a way to win again, and I think that'll be a fun little journey here that'll hopefully pay its dividends when the playoffs come around.
What do you see in this Hershey team and what they bring to the table?
Yeah, I mean, if I remember when we played them there, they're really fast. They've got some really good forwards, especially up front. Good goaltending. So I think they're one of the premier teams in the league. So what better test than to try to get back in the win column against a really strong team?
Yeah, and
our best.
Yeah, and they're battling for a spot for home ice as well in the playoffs. You guys seem pretty close to sealing that deal as well. Has there been any thought around the fact that you guys have been in a strong position and way out in front? The competitive advantage that you have being involved every day like they are, is there an advantage there?
I don't know. I mean, I think we've definitely thought about the gap in the standings just because it's right there in front of us. I don't think it's really a result of complacency that we've lost these games. I think it's more so just some not playing our best hockey and some various factors out of our control. So I mean, they're coming, they're hungry, they want home ice, but so do we, and we want to desperately get out of the loss column. So I think both teams want it equally bad, and it's just going to come down to who executes their game plan better.
How much does it help, getting through this, that the playoffs are right around the corner and that this might be a good time to have this adversity?
Yeah, again, we've won so many hockey games this year, and for a while I think we were going through the motions isn't the right way to describe it, because it was a positive thing, and that sounds negative, but we were just stacking wins, and we were definitely facing adversity maybe within games, but we were winning those games ultimately. So I think having these consecutive losses is our first real adversity in terms of standings.
Greg, they always say it's good to go through adversity. Those folks who aren't going through it currently, how much does this help you maybe as a hockey club?
Yes. I mean, at any point during the season when you go through adverse moments as a team, you come out on the other side eventually, and you dig your way out and you learn lessons from it. We're still in it right now. We have to do the digging. We have to find our way out. You can tell right now that players, staff, we're all very frustrated. You can tell the tension's in the air, which is not a bad thing. We're not happy with where things are at right now, but we have to do some digging to get ourselves out of this hole, and it starts tomorrow and tomorrow's game with how we compete.
Try to establish, it looks like, some pace and some crispness here in that practice. How successful do you feel you were?
Not very. Not a good practice today. The guys feel it. That adds on to the frustration right now with where we're at. So hopefully the energy and the frustration from today's practice is fueled by how they want to come out and execute tomorrow.
Do you feel, it doesn't seem like it, but does it feel like you guys have, you clinched, you kind of have put the playoffs on the next radar? Is there still some intensity that you're finding, or does that even contribute to it?
You'd like to think the group isn't looking into that. We certainly are approaching every day to get better and prepare ourselves for the postseason. We can't afford to take time off. We can't afford to keep losing games. We've got to find our best game now and soon to make sure that we're trending in the right direction towards the end of the season.
Hershey, still in the midst of it here, still trying to lock up first in their division as well. What do you see in them?
A lot of skill, a lot of speed. They're really good in the offensive zone, on getting on the inside. Our defensive structure and making sure that we're protecting our net front is going to be really key.
What do you like about Zahorna alongside Logan Shaw and Nick Aberzizi?
He has a lot of skill. I think he's a give-and-go type of hockey player, and with his size, I think he can create space for those guys as well.
And any updates on Eric Shalgren after last game?
Currently, no.
And is SDA close?
SDA is close. He won't be in the lineup tomorrow, but hopeful soon.